So I'm definitely a teacher of the No Child Left Behind era, and I think that for me as a teacher, and I teach in a grade level that does test, always have, so I definitely feel the pressure to get kids to pass the test, and I think for so long I would do anything to get those kids to pass the test, and usually it meant like kill and drill, lots of strategy teaching, and not necessarily best practice as far as getting them to learn things and in ways that they could use in the future. So I think that definitely impacted how I work with kids. And being sort of a naturally competitive person, I wanted my kids to succeed and pass that test. Yeah. So yeah.
So I am in the No Child Left Behind era as well. And I started teaching in 2006. And when I first started teaching, I taught first grade. And so my big concern was not the testing, it was how to document that I was doing guided reading and my small groups. And so that was my biggest concern. Then I moved to fourth grade to learn the testing side of schools. And it's very much, you have to pass the test. What do I need to do to get them to be able to answer those sorts of questions? So I guess it's different when you teach a non-testing grade versus a testing grade. They are two completely different beasts. When I was teaching first grade, the tax test, not even on my radar. No. So.
My earliest memory of like state tests was I was in third grade, and my teacher, all we did were worksheets all the time. She was at the overhead. We were doing our worksheets.
Was it Yale Ringer?
No. Mrs. Coyle. Mrs. Coyle. And I still remember her gray ponytail that went all the way down to her butt. Yeah. And every day she wore it the same way. I remember her very clearly, but I always said I was never going to become a teacher, but because it was in my family, I always said, if I'm ever a teacher, I'm not teaching like that, because all we did was worksheets, drill, kill kind of thing. But I have only ever worked in a school that, getting our scores up has been very important. And it's the bottom line, like we have to perform. And so there are times, especially last year, where we found ourselves just doing that, like whatever means necessary to get them to pass, whether it was what I thought was best practices or not, it didn't matter.